Hey guys, Jason here with some MLB 2K12 Chicago Cubs franchise gameplay, and you can see right there on the schedule, we're playing Pittsburgh next. Now, I know you didn't see these two games, and that's because, you know, the first game that you did not see, in game 2 of the 3-game series against Houston, was a 12-1 win, and we just absolutely crushed them. We can view the box score, and, you know, we just had a lot of production from absolutely everyone. I think everyone had a hit. We had 19 hits total, and you know, everyone stepped in, including the pitcher, Mr. Lopez, and you know, I guess everyone got a chance here. As you know, you see the home runs. Soto and Cardenas both had a home run, and one was to left field and one was to right field, and they were like back-to-back shots, and it was a pretty good game. But, you know, obviously no contest. And then we can look at the next game, which was 6-2. And we can view the box score for that one. And you can see, you know, obviously less hits, less runs. The Astros had plenty of hits, plenty of opportunities. But Mulholland was able to hold them down. And Wandy Rodriguez picked up his 10th and final loss of the year. And it was overall a good game for us. Again, we hit the ball well. Castro and Barney both had 5 trips to the plate, but, you know, still, I don't know, how Barney got 3 hits, but, you know, his batting average was still pretty low. But, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay for today. This is going to be a live commentary, if you can't tell already, but we're playing Pittsburgh, and the reason why I think we can go ahead and go to the standings, division standings, and we can look right here. Pirates and Cubs, we're tied up. Cardinals cannot do anything about this right now. We are tied up. That is beast. And then we could go to wild card race, and in the National League right now, we're considered the NL Central division champs right now, and we will be, because I mean we gotta see who actually will be the NL Central champs as we play against the Pirates. And the Cardinals are in second place. So the Pirates are guaranteed a playoff spot. Again, I'm not sure if 2 teams make it from the wild card or what. But we're going to be putting Dempster on the mound. No, we're not. We got Matt Garza. I saved him. I didn't pitch him against the Astros in the last game of the regular season. So we still have Matt Garza. All right, so we are here in at Wrigley Field. It's Astros, or not Astros. It's Pirates and Cubs. I was thinking about that series where we beat the Astros, swept them, and that gave us the opportunity to catch up with the Pirates. Now, we haven't beat them in the NL Central Division race just quite yet. In fact, we have one last game to actually do that. And you can see Matt Garza, 9-16 win-loss, but his ERA is 2.76. Wow. So, obviously, that win-loss record, he did not earn that. But here you see the lineup: McCutchen, Tabata, Jones, Barajas, who has 28 home runs, Presley, Walker, Barmes, Wolf, and the pitcher, McDonald. So let's go ahead and get into this game. Ready to start off this ball game here in Wrigley Field, the friendly confines. Stepping in is Andrew McCutchen, 1 for 5 against the Braves. Let's do this. All right, so here we go, Garza. Just throw that 2-seamer. Dude, that has some serious movement. Good pitch. All right, so now let's give him a 4-seamer, low and away. And he took it for a ball. A little low there, but good pitch. It's not a bad miss at all. So I think, let's give him some more heat. But let's see this 2-seamer break back over the plate. Alrighty. A little bit more over the plate than I wanted it, but we'll take that. Alright, so now 1 and 2. He's probably going to be looking for an off-speed here, so let's give him a high and away 4-seamer. And, ooh, he actually drove that one. That one is deep, carrying back to left center field. Soriano going back, jumps, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Andrew McCutchen actually almost had an extra base hit to lead off the ball game, but luckily for us, Soriano was able to track that one down. Yeah, that one was a little bit more over the plate than I wanted it to be, so. Alrighty, so Matt Garza's now up against Jose Tabata. Let's start him off with the first pitch changeup. No one's seen that yet today. Dude, that is one straight changeup. That seems like that's going to get hit often. So we've got to be really careful with the placement of that one. So let's give him a four-seamer so we at least don't fall 2-0. Oh, he ripped that one. That's a gapper. Right over the second baseman's head. Cardenas tracking this one down. And Tabitha's going to stop at second. That is Tabitha, right? Yeah. Had to check. Alrighty, so here is the coming up clutch thing. But Bob, you see the Braves, 289 as a team with runners in scoring position. But here's Garrett Jones. He's on a hot streak, so we got to be careful around him. As you know, Tabitha's kind of quick. Or Tabitha. I don't know how to say his name, but whatever. Slider, that's way too close over the plate. Had to be a little bit more careful there, Garza. But let's give him a two-seamer. Maybe he can ground this to third. Or we'll swing through it. Well, what we want to do right now is we want to keep this runner from advancing, because if he does, and you know, that could be trouble. So let's give him a 12-6. A little early, but he fouled it off. So we wanted to strike him out there. But let's try and get him right here. Let's give him that change up low, and there we go. That wasn't low enough. That was actually a little bit more inside than where we probably want it, but still. It's a great pitch. Got the K looking, and whether you like it or not, there's two down. So next up for the Pirates is Rod Barajas. So he's not on a cold streak. He's got a bad matchup, but he's a good hitter, power hitter, as that's going to be hit way up. Pop out to Soriano. Yes, it is. So that'll be out number 3 to end the first inning, and it is 0-0 after half of the first inning. So let's go ahead and put some runs up on the board. So we're back with Starlin Castro at the plate. His last 7 games, he's got 7 runs batted in. So let's go ahead and take some hacks. Here's the first pitch to Soriano, Castro, and that's going to be popped up to Andrew McCutcheon, and he will be there with ease. So 1 up, 1 down. Alrighty, so the next batter is on a hot streak, and that'll be Adrian Cardenas. But first, let's take a look at our lineup here. As we got Castro, Cardenas, LaHair, Soriano, Stewart, DeJesus, Soto, Barney, and Matt Garza. We got plenty of home runs between LaHair, Soriano, and Soto. As here is Adrian Cardenas, who has 6 RBIs in his last 8 games. He was 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And he had a home run in the second game of the Astros series. So here's the first pitch to him, and he's early on the 12-6. By the way, I sling at everything, so you know, don't have to be nearly as selective as I am in the show. So here's the 1-0-1, and that's going to be fouled off to the left side. Little late there on the 4-seamer, and jammed Cardenas. So down in the 0-2 hole, Cardenas will be forced to shorten up a bit, and he's going to rip this the other way down the left field line, carrying foul, and it will get out of play. And the count will remain at 0-2. So the 0-2 on the way from McDonald, and that's in the dirt, but Cardenas will still offer, so it'll be a 2-3 put out, as the play is easily cleaned up there by Rod Barajas behind the plate. So 2 gone and nobody out for the Cubbies power hitter Brian LaHair. He was on a cold streak. He was 0 for yesterday against the Astros, or Wednesday against the Astros. And here he is against McDonald for the first time tonight. Nobody on to 2 outs. Oh, that was pitiful. LaHair swings and misses and is now down in an 0-1 hole. And here is the 0-1 on the way, and he's going to rip this one, pulled down the first base line, but Garrett Jones will make the easy play, stepping on first, and that'll end the first inning. So the Cubbies will not reach base at all this inning. A perfect bottom of the first inning for for McDonald. So here's Alex Presley. He was 0 for yesterday, and he's on a hot streak, so he's got a boost in power. And here's Garza, first pitch 2-seamer. That's going to be grounded foul. All right, so Garza looking in, and catcher's saying fastball, but we're going to throw the slider, and that just caught the plate. That was perfect, exactly where I wanted it. And this time Soto again calling fastball low and in. I think this time I'm going to go with that one. So fastball low and in on 0-2, and he's going to swing right over that. So Presley is down on strikes as he swung right over that four-seamer. Might have been a little late too, but struck him out for out number 1 of the inning. So up next is Neil Walker, and Neil Walker is on a cold streak. So he has a debuff in both power and contact. And first pitch slider swung on and missed by the batter. I already forgot his name. Oh well. So we'll give him an 0-1 changeup here. And he's actually going to be early in that one. So he pulled that one foul. So we got 1 out now with 0-2 count. So we're probably going to give him that 12-6. So here it comes the 12-6. And that's going to be foul. He's early on that one too. So right now I'm not too sure if I want to give him the fastball out over the outside. So we'll give him a slider inside, and maybe it'll jam him up. Or he's going to take it for strikeout number 2 of the inning. Back-to-back case for Matt Garza. 1 swinging, 1 looking. So we'll take what we can get. 2 outs and nobody on here. And you see the NL team extra base hits. So we got the Rockies, the Dodgers, the Pirates, the Braves, and then the Brewers rounding out the top 5. As here's Clint Barnes. He was 1 for 2 with a double with an RBI. He only has 4 RBIs in the past month. So that kind of makes me think he was injured. But who knows? He is on a cold streak. So anyways, first pitch swinging here on the 2-seam fastball and hits it on the ground to Darwin Barney out at second, who easily makes the play, and that'll retire the side. And we'll go down into the bottom of the second with Soriano, Stewart, and DeJesus starting off the inning. So here we are in the bottom of the second with Soriano, who is 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout and an RBI. And he's been on a cold streak as he's going to take a debuff and power here. First pitch to him, he's going to swing and hit this one right back up the middle for a base hit. The first hit for the Cubbies today, and that'll be a leadoff single for Mr. Soriano. Now, his October ranks, he's 2nd in triples with 1, 6th in hits with 6, and he's batting .500 in October. So he's 8th in that rank. So here's our next hitter, who is on a hot streak, gaining a boost in contact, and this happens to be Ian Stewart, batting .229 on the season with 14 home runs. He was 0 for 4 last night, or the night before, and he struck out plenty of times. But here, hopefully we're looking for something different. But he's going to pop this one up, and that'll be a fly out to Andrew McCutcheon for out number 1. So with 1 out and Soriano at first, the next batter is, wait for it, David DeJesus, who was 2 for 4 with a strikeout and RBI. And he has a boost in contact, which is just perfect because he's not really much of a power hitter. But anyways, swinging too early on the 12-6. And with Soriano out there at first, we want to make sure we can put this ball in play because Soriano would have no chance of breaking up the double play. But this is going to be a line shot over the shortstop's head into left field, and that'll be a base hit. So runners at first and second here, and McDonald finds himself in a little bit of trouble here. And he could easily get out of this with a ground ball, but for right now, doesn't look like he's got one. You see first in ERA, first in stolen bases, and you know, not hitting too many home runs as a team, but where we got production, it was key. So here's David Giovanni Soto, and he's on a hot streak. And here's the first pitch to him, and that's going to be stung, but towards the Pirates bullpen, but that'll be foul. Rip that one on the ground. So the 0-1 is on the way to Soto, and that's going to be pulled, a line shot, but that one will also get fouled. So down 0-2, Soto will also have to shorten up here, and here's the 0-2, and he's going to hit this one back up the middle. A diving stop by Barnes, the flip to second, and it's going to be a bat thrown to go into the dugout there for the Pirates, and that'll be an error. That ball was thrown away, but I believe by Presley, I think that was. Clint Barnes is starting to double play with a beautiful dive and then just a flip from his belly. But the bad throw will put a runner on second, and a runner will score. So the Cubs will get out ahead in the early lead. So here's Darwin Barney. He's going to take ball 1 on the fastball, low and away. He's on a hot streak. So let's see if he can't bring home a run here. The 1-0 will be fouled on the line, or on the ground, just wide of first base. So the 1-1 on the way from McDonald, And Barney's way ahead of that one. A line shot just over the Cubs bullpen there. Hopefully everyone's okay. So, again, a 1-2 on the way. 2 outs here, and Barney's going to swing and miss. Strike 3. So the Cubbies bring home 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. 1 man left on base. So we'll start the 3rd inning. Here's Kurt Wolf, 1 for 1 with a run scored in his last game against the Braves. He is on a hot streak, and he'll look to get a rally here started to get back that run, because actually it wasn't Presley who made the bad throw. It was Wolf who made the error. So he's going to look to redeem himself with a leadoff single, but takes strike 1 and down in an 0-1 hole. He's going to swing and foul this one off out of play on the 3rd base side, and now he's down 0-2. And Garza will kick and delete and deal. I almost said delete, which would not have been sensible, if that's even the right word. So that'll be a ball. So 1-2 on the way from Garza, and this should break back over the plate, and it does perfectly. So Randy Wolf is retired on strikes, and Matt Garza is just racking up the strikeouts right now. And his next opponent will happen to be the pitcher, James McDonald, who's hitting .267 on the year. And he's got 27 contact and 33 power, so let's see what he can do at the plate. First pitch swinging, but he is late in the 2-seamer, and that'll be foul. Got good wood on it, but just needs to straighten it out. So 0-1, taken for a strike, fastball on the outside part of the plate. And he's down 0-2 to Matt Garza. And here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a slider low and in, right on the corner, but McDonald will off-rat it, swings right over top, and Garza will get another strikeout with the slider. And that is 4 in these 2 innings alone, the 2nd and the 3rd inning. So Garza's looking pretty good right now, and here's Andrew McCutcheon, who is on a cold streak. And he flew out to start off the ball game, and this time he'll ground out to Darwin Barney to end the inning, or retire the side, as we will go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Cubs still up by a run. So we got Garza, Castro, and Cardenas up next. So Matt Garza's at the plate. He is not the best hitter, batting, what was that, 29? 0-29. So here's the first pitch to him, and he's going to swing. He's early on that one. Now it'll be fouled. Pulled foul. So the 0-1 on the way to Matt Garza. And he was very late on that 2-seamer. The 2-seamer had a lot of movement and quite a bit of velocity, too. So the 0-2 on the way in the battle of the pitchers. Looks like it's always going to be won by the pitcher on the mound, but could be a little bit different this time around, as we'll retry 0-2. Which is on the way from McDonald, and Garza will go out of the zone for that one. He was a little late, too, on that 4-seamer, but definitely chased. So Garza is down on strikes to begin the frame. So here is Starlin Castro, who's 0 for 1 with the flyout, batting .275 on the year. At one point, he was batting about .300, but definitely fell into a cold streak. And first pitch swinging, and that'll be ripped. A line shot that'll bounce in front of McCutcheon, and there will be a runner on first with 1 out. And you know Castro with his speed, he's always a threat to run. With Cardenas at the plate, who's 0 for 1 with a K. So Castro with a big lead. To wind up the pitch, and he's taken off. Cardenas will put this one on the ground, and Wolf will go for the tag to Castro, but he is safe. And then throws it over to first, but Cardenas will reach as well. So fielder's choice now, runners on first and second. And the biggest hitter for this team, for the Cubs, is at the plate. And he was once one of the best hitters in the league, but kind of fell into a cold streak, and his numbers kind of froze. But 42 home runs with 124 RBIs, looking to pick up a few right here. Maybe give these Cubs a cushion here. But here's the first pitch to him, and at 12-6 just made him look absolutely stupid. You know, one thing I noticed is it's actually kind of tough to talk and play at the same time, but here's the 0-1 and late on that one. So went out of the zone for that one too. So now he's down 0-2. You want to at least put this ball in play, and the pitch is going to be hit on the ground. Foul. So now it's 0-2 once again with 1 out, runners on first and second. And the 0-2 on the way to LaHare, and that'll be hit back up the middle off of McDonald, and that'll throw off Wolf, who will underhand toss this one to Jones for the out. But looked like if that could have been a double play, but McDonald will get into the way of that one, and he's kind of shaking up a little bit. We'll see if he's okay, as he's going to take his time up there before facing Alfonso Soriano, who's 1 for 1. He scored the only run so far. So McDonald will remain in the game, as here is Alfonso Soriano with 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch swing, and then he'll be late on that one. A line shot fouled on the right field line into the stands. So we got 2 outs, runners on second and third, and a big hitter at the plate. The 0-1 is going to be ripped out into center field, left center field, and McCutcheon will cut this one off, but there will be no play. Soriano 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles, a run scored, and a pair of RBIs, as the Cubs will go up ahead 3-zip here in the 3rd inning with a lot more game to go. Who knows if these Pirates will be able to respawn down early. So the 3-0 lead is in effect right now for the Cubbies, but you never know what can happen. So for now, let's continue to add on, right? So Stewart at the plate, he's going to rip this one into right field, and that'll be another base hit. The throw in the 3rd will tell Soriano that he has no chance, so he'll run back to second, which is true, he had no chance. So runners on first and second now for David DeJesus, who is 1 for 1 today. And with 2 outs, you want to keep this rally going here. So here's the first pitch to him, and he's going to rip this one. That'll be down the line, and that one will just get foul. And that was a line shot that could have brought home a pair, if not just one. But 0-1 on the way. David DeJesus very late on that 2-seamer. Got started way too late. And down 0-2 now with 2 outs and 2 runners on. This one will be swung on and missed. That'll get past Barajas, and everyone will advance 1. The drop 3rd strike, everyone will advance to load up the bases for Giovanni Soto, who has 21 home runs, 71 RBIs, and he is ready to go. And looking for a grand slam, definitely. So here's the pitch to him, and he's going to rip this one foul. Wow, that ball was hit pretty hard, but way early on it, and it'll have to be done again. So here's the 0-1, and Soto's going to hit this one on the ground, but that one will be cut off by Jones, who unassisted, will get the unassisted put out at first to cut off the rally before it gets any worse. So the quality start is still in line for McDonald, but he's facing the limit right now. So here's Jose Tabata, who's 1 for 1 with a double, as he will be up to lead off the 4th. Pirates still down by 3, as this one will be fouled off out of play on the right side. And now it's no 1 count to the leadoff hitter. Jose Tabata led off his day with the double, and he'll add on with a single. That almost took off. Bad throw. That one will go all the way out to the stop out there, to the whatever that's called, to the backstop, and that'll allow Tabata to advance to second. And now the Pirates are looking like they're in business. Just a poor throw there by our center fielder. So the single and then an error. The single in the E8 puts the Pirates in business, as Garrett Jones with that hot streak. He's got attribute boosts all over the place at the plate. So let's see if he can turn those into a hit, and he does. This one's going to be hit in the right field, and David DeJesus has no play at the plate. So the Pirates will score their first run as, 3-1 now for the Pirates, as they only have 2 more runs to go to chip into this lead and to tie it up. So here's Rod Barajas, a power hitter, as he will be facing Garza for the 2nd time. He's not all too good against him. It's pretty much a bad matchup for him. So he has to overcome his struggles against Garza to hopefully tie this game back up. He can do it with 1 swing. He's the guy you would rely on for a hit like that. but he finds himself down in an 0-2 hole. And the 0-2 on the way, and he's going to check swing in time, barely. He barely checked swing, just like that pitch was barely out of the zone. So the 1-2 on the way from Garza, and he's going to swing right through that changeup. And that'll be out number 1 for Garza. So Garza does give up 1 run already, but it's not much of a deal for him right now. As you see Alex Presley's stats against the Cubs, 0 for 1 today though. So the first pitch to him is going to be hit on the ground into right field. David DeJesus will field this cleanly, but nothing he can do about the runners on first and second now. So only 1 out here, and up to the plate is Neil Walker, who had a perfect 300 batting average this season. So he's on a cold streak, but he's going to come through, and Cardenas is charging, and there will be no play at the plate. A perfect throw nonetheless. Not sure why Garza was kind of standing in the way. He almost got taken out there. Or, yeah, taken out. Taken out. Yeah, taken out. He almost got taken out there. Took it out. I don't know. Whatever. But here's Clint Barmas, and with 1 out, a ground ball will end this inning. But there will be a mound visit here. We'll go ahead and calm down Garza. Calm down. Okay, so like I said, a ground ball could end the inning, and only 1 run will score, but Moore can come home with a base hit and a perfect 2-seam fastball there. Absolutely beautiful, practically unhittable. But here's the 0-1, and that'll be taken for a ball. So now the count will grow to 1-1. So with the 1-1 count, I'm probably thinking a fastball low and away, and that'll be fouled off. Way late. So let's try a changeup low and away. See if he can hit this one on the ground. And he will. Ground ball to Castro. Flips to Barney. Barney to first. It's a 6-4-3 double play to get out of the inning. The Chicago Cubs will only allow 1 with a bad error by our center fielder, which I believe is, I can't think of his name. It's Cardenas. Adrian Cardenas making the bad throw. Really cost us there. However, it's only 3-1, so here's Darwin Barney at the plate to lead off the bottom of the 4th. The first pitch to him is going to be pulled foul, the 2-seamer, early, and it's an 0-1 count now to the Chicago second baseman. So here's the pitch, and that'll be ripped foul, opposite field, out of play on the right field line. So the 0-2 on the way with Barney looking for contact is going to rip this one, and Clint Barmas is going to get to it. The throw over to first, and Barney is thrown out by Barmas. A nice play as he had a range to his right there. But there you see the National League Wild Card standings. Which team will actually win the wild card? That's what we're playing for right now. Or which team will actually win the NL Central? Sorry, because these teams are both NL Central teams, and they're both tied 91-71. So we got to see who will win it. So here's the pitcher, Matt Garza, at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a K, and James McDonald will deal to him for the second time today. And this will be fouled off towards the first base coach for the first strike of the at-bat. So the 0-1 on the way, and Garza will hit this one on the ground to Clint Barmas, who will field this cleanly and will get the second out of the inning. Second out of the bottom half of the inning, because that's really 5 outs in the inning. Anyways, here is the leadoff man, Starlin Castro, the shortstop, who is 1 for 2. The fly out, he also scored that run, scored a run when he got his hit. So here's the first pitch to him, and he's going to pop this one up. Should have laid off. Let's see if Kutchin has enough time, and he does. He's actually going to track that one down in center field, in shallow center field, for out number 3, the 6th out of the inning. So we got Wolf, McDonald, and McCutcheon leading off the 5th inning for the Bucks. So here's Wolf. He's 0 for 1 with a K, and he kind of cost this team a run in that second inning, the first run, and he's going to get a base hit here, as that first run that he allowed on that error put the Cubs up 1-0. And yeah, so here's the NL team here, ERA era. through the last 30 days, you see the Dodgers first, the Cubs second, the Nationals third, and whoever the heck was fourth and fifth. But with that base hit from Wolf, it looks like McDonald's at bat's going to have some meaning here. And he's actually going to swing away. I don't know why he's swinging away, but he's down in an 0-1 count. But I guess you could be asking for fastballs high just in case he does bunt. But he's still swinging away. So now I think I'm just going to pitch to him. So a slider low in. The slider is going to be ripped down the right field line. Out of play. Foul ball. So the 0-2 will be done once again. And the pitch is on the way. It's going to be a 12-6. Fouled straight back. Soto's going to have a look. But this one will just be on the other side of the net. And there will be no play. So we'll do the 0-2 once again. And here it is. It's a changeup that is going to be jammed. Foul. So once again, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that'll be hit on the ground towards Stewart. Stewart to first. And Barney's going to get there barely to receive that throw. It was like he did not expect that to happen for the play to be there. But we do get the out at second. But McDonald will be on first. So here's Andrew McCutchen. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And with McDonald at first, definitely no threat to run. So the first pitch is a fastball right over the plate. Kind of a dangerous location, but it'll get the first strike of the at-bat. And the second strike of the at-bat will be achieved by a two-seam fastball. That starts in the zone and ends up in the zone. Or inside, though. So McCutchen's down in an 0-2 count. Takes ball one, a 12-6 low and outside in the dirt. And the 1-2 on the way from Garza. And that'll be ripped foul towards the third base coach into the Cubbies bullpen. And we'll retry the 1-2 again. And this pitch will be taken for a ball, a fastball outside just off the plate. Borderline pitch there. But the count will inflate to 2-2. And this one will also be right on the edge. Borderline call once again. But the umpire will call it a ball. And now it's a 3-2 count to McCutchen. And he will take ball 4. So Garza will walk the leadoff hitter in the lineup. But 3 straight fastballs. One on the outside edge, one on the inside edge, and the next one on the outside edge. All very questionable calls. But definitely on the radar, they were balls. But, so yeah, what was it, a 5-pitch walk? Not a 5-pitch walk. A 6-pitch walk. So here's Jose Tabata, who's 2 for 2 in the day. He's going to take strike one, a two-seamer that cuts back over the plate. With runners on first and second, he's looking to bring home James McDonald, who's out there at second. Not a lot of speed out there, as that'll be taken for a ball. Another borderline call. So here is the 1-1. As Tabata would take a hack at that one, but is just off. So he's down in a 1-2 hole here. And looking to advance the runners. He's going to do that. That's going to be a line shot back up the middle to Adrian Cardenas, who will get this one in. And, yeah, with the pitcher out there on second, a base hit, not going to score him. So with the bases loaded, here comes Garrett Jones. And he's 6 for 16 with the bases loaded. And you see Garza having troubles, and so does the pitching coach. Or, yeah, the manager, the pitching coach, whoever comes out there. We're going to go out there and talk to him just to make sure, because we need this out. As he was in a situation like this last inning, I believe it was last inning, and we got a ground ball out. So let's try and get another one here to retire the side. But first pitch ball, as Garrett Jones will take that two-seamer. Very close pitch. So the 1-0 on the way from Garza, and that'll be taken for a ball. 2-0 count here is Matt Garza. It's looking kind of rough right now for him. We got to get a strike here, and that'll be hit. It's going to be popped straight up, just out of the infield, shallow left field, past the third base area, and that'll be caught by Castro for the second out of the inning. So Garrett Jones, the guy that you'd want at the plate, will fly out. So here is Matt Garza once again in a bases-loaded situation, facing off against a power hitter, Rod Barajas, who had 28 home runs and 92 RBIs. Despite the low average, he was quite productive for these Pirates as he's looking to produce right here in the big game. But he'll take ball 1. So he's up in the count, 1-0. Looking for a fastball, and he gets it, but swung right under that two-seamer. Two-seamer had a lot of movement there. So the 1-1 on the way from Garza, and it'll be a slider that takes Barajas out of the zone. So now he's in a 1-2 hole here, and there's still ducks on the pond. No runs have been scored in this inning yet, and that one will be fouled off late on the two-seamer. But yeah, no runners have come home yet, and that's the disappointing for the Pirates. Is Barajas is going to strike out as he will reach again for that slider, as Garza finds himself in trouble, but gets out of it once again, not allowing any earned runs. So here is Adrian Cardenas back at the plate, who is 1 for 2 on the day against McDonald. So here's the first pitch to him, and wow, that was a just poor decision. Good timing, but shouldn't have swung. That one was way up there, up around his shoulder. So down 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be low. It's going to be crushed. Will it stay fair? No, it will be foul up on the railings down the right field line, out of play. So here's the 0-2 to Cardenas, and he will rip this one towards the Pirates bullpen, and that'll be another foul ball. So we'll try it again, 0-2. And here's the pitch, and Cardenas will hit this one back up the middle, and that'll be a base knock for the second hitter in the order, the leadoff man in the inning. And the throw to first, but Cardenas is there. It'll be a bad throw. I'm not going to run, though. I think he might have been thrown at it second, too. But, I don't know. It just seemed kind of dumb to run on that one. But anyways, runner on second here, or first, with nobody out. You see the team stolen bases. Cubs leading the NL, 180. And the Phillies and the Pirates are next in that list. But let's go ahead and let LaHair swing away. As he gets that first pitch two-seamer. A little late there. The pitch was also out of the zone. So the 0-1 to the power hitter. As the pickoff to first, Cardenas is back in time. We can check his speed. It's an 80. So he's not really all too fast. So we're probably not going to steal with him. But we'll go ahead and give LaHair another chance at the plate. And he will swing and miss on that 12-6. So I think I'm going to go for a hit and run here with Cardenas. Big lead out there on first. And LaHair's going to swing and miss. We'll send Cardenas back, even though that's kind of unrealistic. But, I mean, it's really not, because I've done that in real life where I've gotten a bad jump and I just went back after the catcher threw it. So, Soriano at the plate, 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, and a run scored already. And that was a pretty big hit there with runners on second and first with 2 outs. Right now we only have a runner on first with 1 out. And here's the pickoff to first. Cardenas is back easily with a dive. So Soriano still looking for that first pitch. Here it is. And he will rip this one back up the middle. And heading to third is Cardenas, but the throw from McCutcheon is too late. Another base hit for Soriano. All 3 of them have been right back up the middle. And here is Ian Stewart, the third baseman. And he is batting .361 with a man on third and less than 2 outs. But we got runners on the corners. And Soriano with a big lead on first. He will take off for second. Stewart will take strike number 1, and then there will be no throw from Barajas as Soriano will easily take second. So now we got runners on second and third with 1 out. And down in an 0-1 hole, here's Stewart, and he is way late on that two-seamer. And looking to at least bring home 1, regardless of how the bat turns out. He's actually going to bring home a pair. That one's going to get into the gap and left center field, and that'll bring home both runners, and Soriano will score, but Stewart will arrive easily at second, standing double on the 0-2 count. Ripped it into the hole to bring the Cubbies up to a 5-1 lead. Lots of cushion now for these NL Central Division champions. I don't know if I spoke too soon saying that. I hope I didn't. But here we go in the 0-1 count for David DeJesus. He's going to rip this one. And that one looks like it will be caught, and it will. Tagging up is Stewart, and he should be there easily, but he's not. That's actually a close play. He is in there with the slide, though. So after scoring 5 runs through 5 innings, I mean, this inning's not over yet, but looking to add to those 5 is Giovanni Soto. But he's not going to have an opportunity as they are going to pitch around him. Actually, they're just going to intentionally walk him. Which means only one thing. Darwin Barney is going to be called on here to hopefully add to this total. So here's the pitch from McDonald, and Barney is going to hit this one on the ground to Barmas, who's going to flip it over to Wolf at second, and obviously no chance for Soriano there to beat the throw. So after 5, the Cubs are up 5-1, and not looking good right now for the Pittsburgh Pirates and their hopes of winning the NL Central. However, it doesn't really matter. They are in the playoffs regardless. So here's Alex Presley at the plate with nobody on and nobody out, leading off the top of the 6th. Garza's thrown plenty of pitches so far, as this one's going to be hit deep to center field. Cardenas raging back to his left or his right, and he will be there to easily catch that fly out for out number 1. So the NL Central battle here to see who will win the NL Central in 2012 is looking like the Cubs will have this one. But the Pirates won't give up, as this one is still 5-1 in the 6th with 2 outs. With the ground out there to Darwin Barney. And here is Clint Barmas. But, you know, I don't think the Pirates can really come back here, because they don't really have anyone who could really hit the ball well. I mean, McCutchen can, but he's on a cold streak. Jones can. I mean, he's on a hot streak. So, you know, if we're not careful, he could hit one. But that's only 1 run. And he's only going to have 1 or 2 more plate appearances this game. So who knows what he's really going to do to us damage-wise. I mean, the most he could do is 2 runs unless there's people on in front. I mean, Tabata has been hitting the ball well, but he's on a cold streak, so maybe he's run out of luck. Who knows? But it's looking like we got this one, as here's Matt Garza. I think I'm going to leave him in for a 7th to preserve our bullpen for the playoffs here. So here's the first pitch to him, and he's going to hit this one foul, as you see that one rolling over to the Pirates bullpen. We get a look there. They got 2 guys warming up, double barrel action in the pen. But ground ball here to Barmas, as Matt Garza has struck out, grounded out to Barmas, and then once again grounds out to Barmas to lead off the bottom of the 6th. The NL team offense, runs scored in the last 10 games. The Braves were leading the NL in the last 10, and the Cubs were in the top 5, actually rounding out the top 5. So here is the leadoff man, Starlin Castro. Corner's playing in to defend against the bunt, and here's the pitch on the way. And Castro's early on this one, pulling it just over third base coach's head, as it'll be an 0-1 count to the Cubby shortstop. As this pitch is going to be swung on a miss at 12-6, low and out of the zone. Offered at it, but had no chance of driving that one. So the 0-2 on the way to the leadoff hitter, and that one will be hit on the ground. And Wolf will gather this one and make the play. Took his time on that one, and Castro almost actually beat that one out, but that'll be out number 2. So here is Adrian Cardenas, who is on a hot streak, as we're ready to go into the bottom and the top of the 7th. If Cardenas can't get a hit, and it doesn't look like he will, that'll be a ground out to Barmas, as an easy play there, 6-3. So that'll end the 6th inning. We'll go into the top of the 7th with Wolf, McDonald, and McCutchen leading off.
Now up to the plate for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay. Okay. All right. So here is Mr. Wolf. First pitch to him will be a fastball, low and in, taken for a strike. 0-1 count to the leadoff hitter, with McDonald up next, or the pitcher spot up next. I don't think McDonald's actually going to get another at bat or plate appearance, because if he does bunt. But an 0-2 count here. Here's the pitch from Garza, and that's going to be hit back up the middle, or actually over the second baseman's head. Cardenas taking his time. The throw to second as Wolf is running, but he is thrown out. So Cardenas was seen taking his time, as Pedro Alvarez will pinch hit for McDonald. Cardenas was seen to be taking his time, so Wolf got aggressive, and he tried to stretch a single into a double, but he was gunned down. So here comes the pinch hitter, Pedro Alvarez, to face Matt Garza, and that one will be crushed deep left center field. Cardenas rushing back as, he took a really bad angle there, trying to get this ball in. Pedro Alvarez will have a look at 3, but he'll stay at 2 with a double off of the bench. First pitch swinging and just delivered that one out to left center field. So up at the plate is Andrew McCutchen, And he is on a cold streak, but that I don't think it will stop him from trying to bring home Alvarez. That was a fastball right down the middle. So an 0-1 count to the Pirates star, as he will also swing and miss on that one. Down 0-2. Here's the pitch from Garza, a slider that will be offered at, but McCutchen comes up empty. So McCutchen will strike out once again, and just like that, there's 2 outs. And it's not looking all too good to bring home that runner right now, as Tabata's at the plate. And here's a first pitch to him, a 2-seamer that moves in inside. And down 0-1. Here is the pitch again from Garza. The changeup low and outside will be fouled off on the right side, out of play. 2 gone, runner on second, 0-2 count. As Garza's pitch count will reach 82 with this pitch, and that'll be low. Wow, tough take there for the batter, Jose Tabata. And here's the 1-2 on the way, and that'll be swung on a miss, and Garza will pick up another K. This one on the 2-seamer, and that'll retire the side. And we'll head into the bottom of the 7th with LaHair, Soriano, and Stewart leading off. So LaHair's 0-for-3 with a K and a pair of groundouts, as his cold streak is definitely taking the toll, as he got all of that one going way back, and that one will be foul down the left field line, and that one was just absolutely destroyed. But we'll do it 0-1 again, and this one will be completely different. A high fly out to shortstop Clint Barmas will easily bring that one in for out number 1, as not what you're looking for to start off the bottom of the 7th after the 17th-inning stretch. But here's Alfonso Soriano batting .272 with 3 hits, and just looking great right now. Good form, hit the ball back up the middle. As he will hit this one back up the middle again on the ground, but this one will be fielded by Wolf. The throw to first will barely get Soriano by a step. As the Pirates' middle infielders are definitely taking their time on those plays, but they're getting the out, so I guess it's all good. But here's Ian Stewart, 2-for-3 with a double. He's got a pair of RBIs, really giving these Cubs the cushion that they needed. And he's up with 2 out and nobody on here. First pitch to him, he is swung on and missed on the 12-6 curve. Now the 0-1 from Ray Sopp, and that'll be hit on the ground onto the third base side, and that'll be fielded. Nice play, but that'll get out number 3, and that'll end the 7th. So we'll head into the 8th, 5-1 still. Jones, Barajas, and Presley leading off. So Garrett Jones at the plate, who's 1 for 1. This looks like it'll be Garza's last inning, as his pitch count is climbing up there slowly but surely. That'll be hit hard on the ground, fouled just wide of the third base. And he's got an 0-1 count already. And this will be a 2-seamer out of the zone, and now it's in 1-1. So the 1-1 will be on the way from Garza, and that'll be popped back in foul territory towards the Pirates bullpen. LaHair ranging back. He is there, and he will make the catch for out number 1. So with 1 out, nobody on. Here's an NL team opposing batting average allowed. Cubs, the best pitching staff, really, 217. So here is Rod Barajas at the plate, as with 1 out, nobody on, the best he can do is a solo shot. And swings at the 2-seamer, but missed. So he's down in an 0-1 hole to start off his at-bat here. His fourth at-bat, as that'll be taken for a ball. A borderline call there, but the Pirates will get the benefit of the doubt. So 1-1 on the way from the tiring Garza, as Barajas, who struck out on that slider, offered at it twice in the same at-bat, out of the zone, will smarten up this time and lay off. So he's got a 2-1 advantage here, but gives it right back as he whiffs on the fastball. Had a chance to destroy a pitch he could do something with, but missed it. So now the 2-2 on the way, and that'll be popped straight back out of play. Foul, as we'll redo the 2-2, which is on the way from Garza. And here it is. It's going to be a 12-6 just inside. So Barajas is going to work this one full, and he is making the most of his at bat, but will it end well? Here's the pitch from Garza, and that'll be a two-seamer or a slider hit on the ground to Castro, who will throw out Barajas for the second out. So still no one warming up in the Cubbies bullpen, and here's Alex Presley, as here's the 94th pitch from the starting pitcher, as that'll be taken for a strike. Matt Garza getting ahead once again. That's all he's been doing really today. So the 0-1 on the way from Garza. And this one will be a strike. A changeup low over the plate. 0-2 count now for Presley in the hole. And here is Garza, who's been pitching very well so far. Strikes him out on a 12-6. Not where he wanted it, but Presley, thrown off by it, swings way under it for the final out of the side. So let's begin the bottom of the 8th. David DeJesus at the plate. And the first pitch from Raysop is going to be hit, lined in the left field, and that'll be a base hit for David DeJesus.
Now batting for the Chicago Cubs, catcher, number 18, Giovanni.
So here's Giovanni Soto, 0 for 2 with an intentional walk so far this game. And they're going to pitch to him this time, and Soto's going to rip this one foul, and that'll roll all the way into the Cubbies bullpen. So the 0-1 on the way, and that one will be hit towards the Pirates bullpen. So here is the 0-2 to the Chicago catcher, and he will be way late and way under that one, going out of the zone there, striking out for the first out of the bottom of the 8th. I need to get some warming up in the pen. Let's go ahead and warm up a scrub. Let's warm up, I guess, DeJesus. Alrighty. So Barney at the plate, runner on first and one out. One person out, one buddy out. Swing to misses on the pitch low. The 0-1 on the way from Raysop. He's going to swing at this one, and this is going to be hit in the center field from McCutcheon. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to send them both. And look at that. We're actually going to beat the throw at third. Good hustle there from DeJesus, and Barney's also going to advance to second. So we got runners on second and third there. I wouldn't normally do that if we needed those runs, but since we don't, we could go ahead and risk it. And here's Matt Garza, and I think enough 8 innings of work is plenty for him. So let's go ahead and not bullpen. Let's get a pinch hitter up in here. And let's go ahead and put Anthony Rizzo out there. He's batting .289, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. Not numbers you'd really be proud of, but 79 power rating. He should have a lot more, but look at this. I put him in for no reason. They're going to intentionally walk him, which makes sense. But that'll bring up our leadoff hitter, Starlin Castro. 1 for 4 on the day, and 2 for 5 will definitely put this one away. So here's the first pitch to him, and he's going to pull this one foul. So we'll do it again, 0-1. If that one were fair, they'd probably score a run, but who knows. That one will be low, a sinker, low and away, taken for a ball. So Castro being selective up there at the plate in the 1-1 count. Here it is from Raysop, and that'll be hit on the ground, foul, straight back actually, towards the backstop. So it's a 1-2 hole now for the shortstop. And here's the pitch, and whoa, way late, that sinker had plenty of movement. So Castro has sat down on strikes, and that will most likely be his last at bat of the game. So here comes the number 2 hitter, Adrian Cardenas, a center fielder, 2 for 4 with a strikeout, a ground net, and 2 runs scored. He's got 7 home runs on the year, 28 RBIs, 4 RBIs for every home run. Looking to add on to that stat. Here's the pitch, and that'll be ripped into the gap, a hot shot. And the throw into the Barajas is way offline. We probably could have scored there a second run, but we're not going to. As it's now 6-1 here in Chicago. DeJesus, the pitcher, DeJesus. I don't know who he is really, but he warmed up. So here is Mr. LaHair. He is 0 for today, but he's got a chance to erase all of that with a good at bat here. He's going to swing at a sinker low and out of the zone. No chance to really drive in that one. So he finds himself in an early 0-1 hole. Here's the pitch, and he's going to rip that one into the gap. But we're just going to go ahead and send everyone an extra base. Why not? The throw is a little bit offline, but the tag is made, and hopefully that won't come back to kill us. I hope it won't. I mean, we got a 7-1 lead going into the 9th inning. We really don't need to add any more runs. Let's just go ahead and bring them all home. So let's go ahead and get out our pitcher, Mr. De Jesus. Ed. Sorry, Rizzo, but I'm not going to let you pitch, buddy. So here's De Jesus. I believe he's a rookie. And he will get some chance, a chance to pitch here and shut down this this ball game right here, and hopefully hold these Pirates to 7-1. Hopefully we don't have to bring in a closer or anything like that. Because if we did, that'd be kind of embarrassing for De Jesus. He doesn't have really any good stuff, so they may just catch on to him. But this will be a ground ball back up the middle. Starlin Castro will make the play, and that'll be out number 1. So almost there. Got 2 more outs to go, and we're NL Central champions. And here is Clint Barnabas. First pitch to him will be a changeup, and that'll be hit foul way early. It's drama queen in the dugout there. Come on, buddy. It wasn't even hit that hard. 0-1 on the way. Swung on and missed, so now it's an 0-2 count here for the rookie pitcher, as he will kick and deal. Slider out of the zone. Barmas will offer at it, and that'll be strikeout number 1 for the rookie today. I don't know if that's his first career strikeout, but if that is, congratulations. Actually, great job. You know, nice, great pitch. You just struck out Clint Barmas. Nice, woohoo! So here's Kurt Wolf. As he is the last hope for the Bucks. As just after him is the pitcher spot. But anyways, he's going to take strike 1 on a nasty cutter. Jesus has a really good cutter, even though it's only rated 57. It's got quite a bit of movement on it, which is, you know, now that I think about it, that's, I wonder what a 99 cutter would look like. Would that, like, move from all the way across the plate? Like, dang. I mean, that's quite a bit of movement. But down to the final strike is the Pirates, and that'll be called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Ed De Jesus will come in, strike out a pair out of his 3 batters faced, and that'll end the game 7-1. Alfonso Soriano receives part of the game honors, as he was just fantastic. 3 for 4. All of those hits back up the middle, just exactly what you would want your hitters to do as a coach. And while they may have been slightly out of the zone, you'll take it. They brought home runs, and that's all that matters. And a good win here for the Cubs. Could have scored more, but go ahead and just get this game over with. But a nice play there. You see Barmas with the flip to Wolf, and that will bring home that brought home the first run of the game. And that's where the rally began, really. So Cubs will be NL Central Division champions, as they will move on into the playoffs. So will the Pirates too. So, whatever. So let's see here. Welcome to the postseason. All MLB teams now need to cut down to a 25-man roster for the postseason. How do you like to manage this? Let's just auto-manage. Hopefully they'll make good decisions. Alrighty. So here's what happened. So if we didn't win that game, we would have to play an extra game. In that wild card series right there, you see Pittsburgh and St. Louis. So we didn't have to win that game to get to the playoffs, but it wouldn't have been a bad thing. As you know, now we actually get a full 3-game series instead of just a 1-game series. However, the big difference is right now we have to face the Braves. The Atlanta Braves are going to be our matchup. As you see, who all has made it? Colorado has made it in the NL West instead of the Giants. We got Pittsburgh, St. Louis wild card entries, and then we have the Cubs and the Braves in the National League East and Central. Then over here in the AL East, we have Toronto, and then Boston and Los Angeles Angels rounding out the wild card. And then we have Seattle, those Seattle Mariners, and then the Detroit Tigers. So an interesting playoff bracket indeed. Right now, I'd say the Cubbies will be in the World Series facing off against, I don't know. I'm thinking that either the Tigers or these guys, the Blue Jays. But anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Peace. I'm out. And hopefully you liked the live commentary and the full video.